So it's been about 2 weeks since Crimson Desert released, and I wanted to make a quick video talking about what problems are still remaining within the game. Pearl Abyss has been pretty good at putting out a lot of update patches for the game, the most important of which from the most recent patch is most likely the reduced stamina for gliding. Now this massively improves the exploration within the game, and I think it tripled the amount of time that you can stay in the air. So previously where you would have fallen into a ditch, you're now able to go from mountain to mountain. But there's three problems remaining within the game that I've experienced. Number one being the breaking of quest lines or puzzles themselves. So in this specific scenario, there's a puzzle where you're supposed to use an object, but because I teleported somewhere else and went back to the puzzle, that object is gone. So I was unable to activate a fan that takes you to the next stage of the puzzle. So I had to do a triple force jump upwards and then glide across the next section of the puzzle, which is kind of a workaround. And then the second problem is where you're stuck in a place that you cannot get out of. So there's different areas within the game where there's either unbreakable objects surrounding you or thin areas that Cliff gets stuck into. So as you can see here, Cliff is stuck within a few sacks of rice or something, and all I wanted to do was go and look at the index for the puzzle and see which of the bells to hit within this puzzle. But even without touching the stick, Cliff walks up and into this corner, and so I had to quit and exit the game, which teleported me very far away from this point because I didn't have the closest area as a teleport marker unlocked yet. So essentially I had to spend like 10 minutes just getting back to this point. And then the second example would be where the character just falls down within an area that you can't get out of. So as you can see in this clip, Cliff falls straight down through a vent into like a small narrow passageway where the waterfall is coming out, and there was nothing that I could do, like moving or pressing any of the buttons doesn't do anything. I had to essentially wait a minute for the collision hitbox to trigger enough times and then push Cliff out of the waterfall. I might be the only one experiencing issues like this though. So the third and most important issue are the various graphical glitches that you can encounter. So in this specific clip, you can see the ground looks like it's buzzing, or it's like turning jagged and then popping back into the right place. And then the actual pop-in itself as you're exploring in the world, it kind of reminds me of the DLSS 5 memes because it's going from a specific shape along the mountain to a completely different shape as you're walking by. So I already have like garbage eyesight, so this might not be like a super big issue for most people, but this was actually irritating me while I was playing it. It gives you a headache after you see things like this for like over an hour straight. You can see it even when you're riding on horseback through the different like environments and mountain ranges. You can see along the cliff faces or with foliage in the distance, not even a distance, it's like a medium distance away. You can see it's popping into place or the shape is changing. So a lot of people say that if you change the performance mode of the game from performance over to quality, it fixes a lot of these issues. But I found on PS5 Pro at least, and on the base PS5, that quality mode does not offer a high enough frame rate, especially around the city areas, for it to be like playable without my eyes hurting personally. The motion clarity on quality mode is just not enough. So that's pretty much all of the complaints I have about the game in my 40 hours of playing so far. Let me know what you all think. Was I exaggerating these issues, or have you experienced it as well? And also let me know what other issues you've experienced in the comments below. Stay tuned for more Crimson Desert content. I have 2 other videos up for the best armors and weapons that you can get pretty early on just by traveling and finding them behind secret hidden waterfalls. I'll also be making a platinum video for this game. When I get it, I think it's around 300 hours estimated to actually get the platinum on this game. So hopefully it's not a complete fetch quest. I'm only 40 hours in.